Tonight, the Pittsburgh Public School Board has voted to move forward with its future-ready facilities plan, shuttering 9 district buildings.
That plan has faced an uphill battle for years now. Despite continued pressure from members of the community to vote no, the majority of the board members voted for the move.
Reporter Jordan Siopa has been following this story very closely for months. Jordan, tell us more about what you learned at tonight's vote.
Yeah, Kristen, Mike, well, tonight's 6-2 vote will jumpstart the implementation of the Future Ready Facilities Plan. Now, most of the schools will close at the end of next school year. The board did vote on an amended plan to ensure that there is a 1-year transition period ahead of the closures. Pittsburgh Public Schools Board of Directors meeting on Wednesday ends with a historic decision.
Motion is approved. And a resolution is approved.
The board approved a resolution to move forward with an amended version of the Future Ready Facilities Plan. The district says 12 schools and 9 facilities will close in an effort to address challenges related to declining enrollment and aging infrastructure. 6 board members voted yes.
Voting no today without a path forward does not resolve the challenges before us. It delays difficult decisions and shifts consequences onto students, staff, taxpayers, or future boards.
1 abstained and 2 voted no.
My vote is actually for the voices and the people who have been testifying and who have been fighting and for advocating for sometimes, some people decades, but at least over the past 2 years, the people who don't have a seat at this table.
The amended resolution requires a 1-year transition period before the schools shut down for good. 7 of the buildings will close at the end of the 2026-2027 school year. The remaining 2 will close the following year. Leaders say the plan will save the district a total of $12 million in 2027 and 2028.
Obviously, after the end of the next school year, we'll be hiring a bunch of moving trucks and vans to start moving stuff from building to building.
Wednesday's decision followed a lengthy public hearing Tuesday night where most of the nearly 100 speakers urged the board to vote no. Jaslyn Worthy said she was going into the meeting optimistic, but ultimately didn't see the outcome she was hoping for.
I'm willing to go all the way to ensure that Black, brown, disabled students all have an equal, fair chance at a successful and equitable education.
Now, the amended plan also requires district leaders to provide the board with quarterly implementation updates. We will have a full list of the affected schools on WTAE.com. Covering Allegheny County and Oakland, I'm Jordan Siopa, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.